Ekko, the boy savior, is one of the premier characters of 2XKO. Possessing incredible offense, mix-up potential, neutral, and spacing control, the boy genius is perhaps the most well-put-together character in the entire roster. He succeeds at a lot of things and doesn't have too many weaknesses to speak of. And being one of the faces of this game, he's naturally a character many people are looking to main. So if you're so inclined, let me show you how Ekko can not only shatter time, but also your opponent's willpower. Ekko is an all-rounder. This means he can succeed at a lot of things, but there's no one thing he's particularly the best at. He's got a good projectile, but nothing on Jinx. He's got good damage, but nothing on Yasuo.
Holy shit.
He's great to pick up if you want a versatile tool that you can use in almost any situation. Speaking personally, he was a character that wasn't really on my radar, but after fighting him a lot, I decided to check him out to see how to beat him. But after a while, I realized he works really well as a partner for almost any character. Knowing how to play as him and against him is helpful for almost anybody, because you're going to be seeing him a lot. His S1 special is Time Winder. This can be done on the ground or in the air. Ekko will toss his watch forward and it will act as a simple projectile, but after a bit of delay, it will slow down and gain a new property. Once the watch slows down, any opponent hit by it will be instantly stunned. And it's important to note that any special move he has that uses his Time Winder can also be hit by any normal he has that uses his bat. It can allow you to load up a Time Winder and then bat it at the enemy once it's charged up. His down S1 is similar to his standing S1, except rather than throwing the Time Winder straight across the stage, he throws it up and at an angle. This means it can be used as an anti-air to catch jumping opponents, but it can also be used as a way to load up your Time Winder. Tossing it up and then waiting until it falls directly in front of you allows you to bat it across the stage with a heavy attack, and then potentially get a follow-up once it stuns the opponent. His forward S1 is Temporal Slip, where he dashes forward and does 3 quick strikes, the last strike passing through the opponent and hitting overhead. This is going to be your primary way of ending combos as well as adding easy mix-ups on block. S2 skill on the ground and in the air is Chrono Strike, in which he throws a bat attack and leaves behind an after image. Pressing S2, he can teleport back to this after image to do different actions. By just pressing S2 again, he's able to do another quick follow-up attack. By pressing down S2, he does a kick that knocks the opponent up into the air. And by charging the first hit of Chrono Strike, Ekko is able to leave behind a volatile after image that allows him to get even more out of his after images. You'll know you charged the after image correctly if it looks like it's sparking with electrical energy. By pressing S1 with a volatile after image, Ekko will just immediately appear wherever his after image is. This gives him insane mix-up potential since he's able to effectively teleport to either side of the opponent. And in case you forgot, this is a game where holding back lets you block. And if your opponent is constantly teleporting to either side of you, it's hard to figure out which direction to hold. By pressing down in S2 with a volatile after image, Ekko will teleport back to his after image and release a big burst of chrono energy. This not only does a lot of damage, but will guarantee either a wall bounce or a ground bounce depending on if he's in the air or on the ground. Speaking of his after images, his last move is his down S2. Phase Dive lets Ekko roll forward and leave behind an after image, and much like with Chrono Strike, this can also be charged to leave behind a volatile after image, once again adding more mix-up potential. Ekko's S1 super is Mega Time Winder, in which he tosses a massive Time Winder across the stage. This is going to be your primary super if you want to tack on some extra damage at the end of combos, and it can also be batted back at the opponent on its way back. Ugh, batted back at the opponent on the way back. That's a mouthful. Ekko's S2 super is Tangled Timeline. He overcharges his little time machine and begins consistently spawning volatile after images. It will take a lot of practice to get the most out of these volatile after images, but it will be worth it when you see what you can do to your opponent. His ultimate is Attempt number 37, in which he does a big strike with his bat and then launches a Time Winder at his opponent, causing them to freeze in time right before he flicks the Time Winder back at them, causing a big chronal explosion. This move can be used for extra damage like a lot of other ultimates, but it also can be used as a parry. Ekko even has a special animation if he's hit out of the start of the move, allowing you to rewind time again and again until you get your favorable outcome. Hey, wait a minute, is that why it's the 37th attempt? Ekko has pretty linear combos that can rely on going from light medium to heavy to an air combo to light medium heavy S2 in the air. The cool thing about S2 in the air is that it also causes a ground bounce, allowing you to drop down and then do another light medium heavy sequence into forward S1. Or into Mega Time Winder if you want to spend the bar to do some more damage. A lot of his other combos can also rely on using his after images. For instance, if you're in the corner, Ekko can do the standard light medium heavy sequence into S2 and then S2 again. This will give you just enough of a knock-up to be able to do another light medium heavy sequence before launching them back into the air. Knock them back down again, and then repeat the combo. The unfortunate thing about Ekko is that his high level combos require specific assist synergies. A big part of Ekko's game plan is revolving around setting up volatile after images, and the best way to do this is to end combos with charge S2. With my main Vi, she's able to use her neutral assist after grounded S2 to then set up for a charge chrono strike to give you better mix-up potential on the opponent's following wake-up. But again, these volatile after images are pretty high-level tech. I would worry much more about getting your basic combos down before you start optimizing into these mix-ups. Ekko has some of the best offense in the game, sporting some of the most powerful mix-up potential. His long-reaching normals combined with his great projectile allow him to have great neutral control, and his versatility means he synergizes well with almost every character in the roster. Unfortunately, he has to play the game on one specific gear, all in. If you're not committing to your mix-ups, your after images, and your offense, you're not going to be getting the most out of this character. Ekko is a perfect pick for almost anyone. He's versatile enough to fit onto almost everybody's team, and his skills are interesting enough to make the journey from his low skill floor to his high skill ceiling incredibly satisfying. So load up some tunes, pick up your Yoral mentor, and get back to the lab. Doesn't matter how many times you fail, you just need to succeed once and you can break through with the assistance of the boy savior, Ekko.
In this Gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back